So you want to change your strings. Well, friend, you've come to the right place. I'm Mike. I'm here with Orangewood guitars. I'm going to show you how to do the dang thing. Pew! Now you may ask yourself, how do I know when to change strings? Well, friend, it's pretty simple, actually. Strings will break, they'll get old, they'll corrode, and as they age, well, they just won't sound so good anymore. If you're missing the bright, clear, crisp sound of new strings, then friend, it's time. It's time! Can I get an amen? So how do you do it? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is grab a string winder. This will save you a lot of wear and tear in your wrists. And just crank them back. I don't know what the word is. What's the word for this? It's turning the tuning peg. It's detune them. Detune them. Just like so. Continue to detune all 6 strings. Oh, these beautiful strings. They were taken from us so young. Now, oftentimes, it's a lot easier to get the bridge pins out of an acoustic guitar by going from inside it. So what I'm going to do, take my string winder and use the flat part of it to gently pop them out, making sure that I don't lose any in the process, as I may have already done. Once they're loose, pick them all out, in a group if you have to. Take your old strings out, and I like to wrap them up because, you know, I appreciate a clean workbench rather than having strings flopping all over the place. Now I'm going to give my guitar a little bit of a wipe while I'm here. That's best practice. That's just kind. Be kind to your guitar. Don't spit on it while you're talking about it. Now what I like to do is place them all in the bridge at once. Now, it should be worth noting here that sometimes bridge pins and the little ball ends on the strings don't line up properly. So what you're going to want to do is put the ball end in there, push it down with the bridge pin, and then kind of hold a little bit of tension on it if you can. You'll feel when it's seated properly, but you'll know. You'll know what's up when you go string it. Remember to hum a jaunty tune while you're at it. Kind of keep up your spirits. Now this will be the last one. Trying to make that ball end sync up. And you're looking for a good tight fit. Insert the string I'm working with into its tuner. Pull it through until it's reasonably taut. Measure 1 tuner past the one that I'm stringing and crimp it. And that allows me to pull it back through so it catches, and then I just start stringing. Now I'm turning the tuning post counterclockwise, and I'm using the over-under stringing method. You can see that my first wrap goes over the bit of string that's left over, and my second goes under, and all of the subsequent windings go under that. That allows me to kind of lock the string in a little bit better than if I had just inserted it and started turning. That's just a little trick that we in the biz like to use. You don't have to do it that way, but that's how I like it. So that's what we're doing. Repeat for the other 5 strings. Remember, measure 1 tuner past the one you're using. This works well on a 3-and-3 headstock configuration, like on the beautiful Orangewood guitar that you see before you. Using the over-under method again. This is getting caught. There we go. Now what do you do when you have a tuner at the end of the headstock and there's not one after it to measure against? Well, just grab it in your fingers and pull it back 1 tuner. Crimp it, and then go on as usual. Now if it's your first time stringing a guitar, I know it can seem daunting, but really, you just get better at it with repetition like you would any other skill. You shouldn't be afraid to restring your guitar. just a routine part of a guitarist's life. The next step that I want to mention is cutting off those unsightly string ends. Now I know it's pretty punk rock and very cool to leave them on there, you know, flapping about in the wind, but that is not how I live my life. I'm sorry, I'm cutting them. Make sure you don't also cut the string you just put on. Oh boy, I've been there. I could spin you yarns. But it's good to just have a well-kempt headstock here. Also, if you don't cut them short enough, you're going to have little prickly, sticky little jabbers on the end there. All right, we're going to tune up. Perfect. One of the last steps of restringing your guitar is to make sure that you give your strings a little bit of a stretch. Now they've just come out of a package where they were coiled, there was no tension, so stretching them a little bit can help alleviate that. What you're going to want to do is just grab the string, give it a gentle tug, and then retune. See how much that dropped? Let's do it again. And this goes for just about any pack of strings that you'll get. But you can hear that every time I stretch it, it takes a little bit less of a turn to bring it back up to pitch. Yeah, we're almost there. Usually it takes about 4 or 5 stretches per string for it to settle in properly, and after that you should be good. Yeah, we're right on. See? Easy. Repeat that step for all of the strings, and yeah. Play to your heart's content. Thanks for watching. For more information, go to orangewoodguitars.com.